worry about that state control or whatever. But like in this particular narrow use case, you want to give checks to individuals to get the economy moving again.
Yeah.
So if you think of programmable money that expires if you don't spend it.
Yeah.
You know.
Headline New York Times says you're facing a quote-unquote mass exodus of investors from your funds, including the flagship fund. You want to expand on that? Is that true?
Well, I mean, Morgan Stanley put a sell on the fund, and so people are redeeming, and so, we're having an orderly exit. But I think what sometimes happens is, people sell bottoms at times. I mean, it does happen. We're all fallible. And I think, time will tell whether that's the right thing to do. In the meantime, my sales team's out there raising money. People do like bottoms as well. So, I mean, it's a mix of both things. But yeah, listen, Skybridge is having a difficult time. I would be remiss in saying otherwise. I want to be a straight shooter on your air at all times. But I do think in the difficulty, there's great opportunity for Skybridge. The last time I faced this kind of difficulty, Scott, was in 2008.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe. If you do like what you're listening to, please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works. Because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book. The New World Order book is going to show you how the world works. It is definitely time to wake up out of your sleep in the times that we're in right now. Plus, guys, we know we're waiting on that next main event towards the end of the year. We had the first quarter event. Like I told you, that would happen. Don't forget this is Shemitah year. And then also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's definitely time to re-educate. And also, those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon, much love, keep it coming. Do not forget I have the New World Order cryptos in my Patreon. Do your own research, but going inside of a bear market, you definitely want the cryptos that have real use cases. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores, keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. And Bitcoin and cryptos receive a pullback, but guys, we know we had options. Right now, we're pulling up slightly, but you know that this week is going to be a roller coaster ride. Why? Because we have Jerome in the house, and we know they like the market to look good when the Fed is speaking. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which we see they have pushed down. So we know as long as yield rates are pushed down, the market will get a slight relief. But like I stated, guys, we're going to have a roller coaster ride. And then, of course, we have volume, Tether, USDC, and then, of course, the Fed. The Fed repo still over $2 trillion. The Fed is going to be raising rates again. But Jerome Powell has already stated that this rate hike has already been priced in. And we have definitely bounced from the actual bottom. But we will not get another rate hike until September. And then, guys, we know that fourth quarter distraction is definitely coming. We know the Republicans are going to take the House back over. So now they can ride the Hegelian dialectic into the ground. And remember, I told you, next year, the government is definitely going to shut down if we do not get an unlimited debt ceiling. Remember, the NWO causes the problem. Wait for the reaction and run in with the solution. And we know what they want to do. Bring in the fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take over the economy and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And then, guys, we have Grayscale. Grayscale pull back slightly. Make sure that you're paying attention to the allocations, because anytime you're buying and selling hundreds of millions or billions, you're going to move the market. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have FTX in talks to buy South Korean crypto exchange BitHub. And guys, we know consolidation is definitely going to come. We know these exchanges are nothing but banks, and these exchanges are going to fall right back in the hands of the big banks and big corporations. And remember, teamwork makes the dream work. We have Animoca Brands brings interoperability into the metaverse. Open Metaverse Alliance for Web3. And this brings all the big players together. Diaper Labs, Star Atlas, The Sandbox, Alien Worlds, and Decentraland. And lastly, we have Silvergate CEO. Says there's more pain to come to crypto. And he is bullish on Bitcoin lending. But we know for a fact there's more pain to come. We have over 20,000 cryptos. And we see the SEC is starting to start that engine in order to chop them right on down. But remember, this legacy market has to be destroyed before the fourth industrial revolution can get life. And guys, if we look at the actual pensions, they are being destroyed along with 401ks. Can you imagine what's going to happen to pensions and 401ks once they finish destroying this legacy market? They will be wiped out. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. But we know the NWO has the solution. That's right. UBI, Universal Basic Income. That's free money. But they're going to tell you what, where, and when, and how to buy. We're going to go through hyper deflation because of all this automation coming our way. We know the 2030 agenda has already been sped up. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to educate. Also, if you know cryptos, Coinbase, BitChute, Binance, and not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The Crypto Teacher Stock Channel, Crypto Teacher Stocks, you have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the C-Red, the biotech stocks, and where everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and y'all have a wonderful day.
So there's some big opportunities for us. But yes, investors, Bitcoin has not done well. It's been a core position for us. And I think some people want to take the exit, and we're allowing people to take the exit pursuant to those documents.
Right.
On the
you have gates
things,
and things like that, right?
It's not a gate.
Well,
because it's
we have time frames.
It's an interval fund. And so we have a tender. The board sets the tender. We set the tender. People will get out pursuant to the document that they signed. Listen, I'm a customer-facing person. I want to do the right thing for all customers. So unfortunately, in a time like this, it's a balancing test. You've got customers that want to stay in. They want the integrity of the portfolio intact. You want customers to leave. You can't just sell the liquid stuff, Scott, and leave the remaining customers that want to stay in with the illiquid stuff. So you have to balance that. We have an independent board that's advised by outside counsel. I think they've done an amazing job, frankly. I'm confident that SkyBridge's best days are still ahead of itself. This is the 5th anniversary for my White House press conference. So
that is, I saw that.
It's been 5 years of hell and hellstorm. And look, I think the good news is for us, I've got an optimistic, great group of people that I'm working with, and we'll work our way through the problem.
You put this in perspective, though, a moment ago. This is the worst situation you've been in for the firm since 2008. That kind of puts things into perspective, Anthony.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely. Definitely the worst situation. Again, everyone's having a different situation. We have the worst market crisis since 1970, right? First half of the year, worse since 1970. But I think for us, with Bitcoin down 50% on the year, we had a big position in Bitcoin. The ironic thing about our position is we bought the coins at around 18,000. So they went to 69,000, traded back to 22,000. Of course, you take money in at the top, Scott, and money leaves at the bottom. So I wish people would recognize that and stay calm and be with us. The irony is if we went from 18,000 to 22,000, everyone would be happy right now. But it didn't go that way. But I like the Bitcoin long term, the Bitcoin investment long term.
The powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.